Beidleman. I'm with the Allen Sports Association. Been the football commissioner for the last almost 9 years. Currently director of operations for the football program. For the last 5 years or so, we've worked with Dick's Sporting Goods on multi-levels within our program. And it seems like every time we've had a need, Dick's has responded. And every time that there's been a growth in our program, our partnership has grown. So the thing that appealed to me most about working with Dick's Sporting Goods is the fact that they've kind of scaled their support. As our program got larger, they dedicated more resources to us. In that capacity, it's unmatched. There's a lot of places out here that sell things like Dick's does. You can go anywhere and get Nike cleats. You can get Under Armour gear anywhere. The purpose is what is supporting our community the most, because we want to work with that. Dick's has stepped up with us and started out with a minimal, we'll give you some footballs for your coaches. And now it goes up to, they support our entire program by events like today is our shopping day, and letting us do functions and events here, such as the weigh-in that we're performing. You can see it's just packed. The other thing they do is they support on multi-levels. So the kids get a discount, they get quality equipment, they get the things that they need from head to toe to play the sport. The coaches get supported through coach kits that are allocated to us that include footballs and things like that volunteer coaches may or may not can afford. That's one of the things about Dick's is they support us at every level. They support the player with the gear and equipment that he can get, and they give them special pricing on special days. They also support the volunteer coaches. Youth leagues around the Metroplex wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the volunteers that ran them, and that includes the football board on down to the coaches. Everything is volunteer driven. So they support that by giving coach kits and equipment and different items to the volunteer coaches that allows them to do their job as a youth coach. The other part, too, that I think sets Dick's aside from anybody else that we've ever talked to or worked with in the past is when they reach that multi-level support, we have one aspect that to me is the most important. Kids have a right to play sports. Kids should not have to not play because they can't afford it. One thing that Dick's does in conjunction with our mission for the child first, the sport second, is Allen Sports Association. We have a dedicated scholarship program where if we can get a kid to play football and the only thing stopping them is the registration fee or costs incurred, we have an application process where you can get that covered. So in that, it's critical to look at partnering with people that reflect our same values and missions. Dick's does that. They provide to us scholarship equipment and aid for players. Kids come in here all the time, every season. They get helmets because Dick donates it. One instance we had a kid show up at practice, and I looked down at his feet. He had on one Nike on his left foot. I remember it like it's 5 minutes ago, and he had an Adidas on his right foot. One was a size 7, one was a size 9. That's all the kid had. That's all his parents could do, and so he wanted to play, and he was out there hustling in that. And about every third step, the bigger shoe would fall off, and people were looking for duct tape. How can we do that? Well, when we have a need like that, our partnership with Dick's allowed us to get the kid to the store and get him a new set of cleats. The biggest impact of that and the reward for doing all this is that child still today is one of the most politest kids and so appreciative of what he received, and that's how you support the community, by doing something for the kids. Of course, the parents were overjoyed and thrilled, and they looked at that as, hey, this sport is good for my son, and look what it can teach him about the sport, but more importantly about people. So it's just very rewarding to be involved in the time we put in and partner with the right people for situations like that.